Hi everybody, welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. And I've got a book from a friend, a very, very special friend. I have a friend named Evelyn. Hi Evelyn, Miss Dorothy's so excited to read your book for you tonight. Evelyn is a friend of mine from school. I get to see her every single day. She has a little baby sister named Ada and she loves her very much. And Evelyn decided she wanted Miss Dorothy to read a book, and she brought one into school for me to read to you and to her baby sister Ada. And it's a really neat book. It's about a mermaid. We love mermaids. This book is called Pearl. Pearl. This is Pearl the mermaid. She lives deep down in the sea, and she watches all the other mermaids have big jobs, and she wants a big job, and her mom gives her a job. But something happens when she doesn't think it's a really good job. And we need to get into this book and find out what happens to Pearl. Evelyn, are you ready for Miss Dorothy to read this book to you and our friends? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go. Pearl, written by Molly Idle. In the vast sea of blue, some mermaids watched over the waves breaking upon the endless beaches. Some kept an eye on the great coral reefs. Ooh, it looks like all the mermaids have different jobs, and some of them get to watch over the beautiful coral reefs. Some tended to the towering forests of kelp rising from the ocean floor. Oh, that must be another job, to take care of the kelp. Those are like plants underwater. Some guarded the giants of the deep, a giant octopus. And Pearl deeply yearned to be one of them. Little Pearl wants a job, like the other mermaids have. Mother, I am big enough to help too, she said. Oh, yes, Pearl, her mother considered. Come with me. I have something very important for you to look after. Pearl's going to go with her mom. Her mom has a job for her, too. They swam up and up and up. They're going up above the water, past the breaking waves, until the sandy shore stretched all around them. This, said her mother, is yours. What is she giving to Pearl to watch over? She placed a single grain of sand in Pearl's hand. Yours to care for every day and keep safe every night. But Mother, Pearl protested, you said I could help with something important. She doesn't think that little piece of sand is very important. The smallest of things can make a great difference, Pearl, her mother replied. Can that be true? Pearl's not sure. With that, Pearl was left alone. A wave of disappointment washed over her. She was surrounded by thousands of grains of sand, millions, billions, beyond counting. And here she was entrusted with just one? She doesn't think that one grain of sand is very important. Her heart grew heavy, and the weight of it pulled her down, down, down. She's going back down into the sea. She's very disappointed. Down into the sea, where the salt of her tears mingled with the sea. Oh no, she's on the bottom of the sea crying. Pearl glowered at the grain of sand. She clenched it in her tiny fist. Then, from beneath her fingers, came a faint light. But when Pearl opened her hand, it was gone. Where was the light? Pearl closed her hand around the tiny grain again, gently this time. Where is the light coming from? The sand resting on the palm of her hand had a luster to it that had not been there before. The sand is changing. It's changing while she holds on to it. Every day, Pearl preserved it, polished it, and played with it. Now she sees that her piece of sand is important, and she's taking really, really good care of it. Every night she protected it, and slowly, very slowly, it began to grow. and grow and glow. What is happening to Pearl's piece of sand? And as it grew lighter, so did Pearl's heart. It seemed to buoy them up and up and up. Her little piece of sand is a big, big pearl of light, and she's pushing it up above the sea until it rose into the vast sea of stars. Her little piece of sand is glowing so bright and going up to the stars. Pearl beamed up at it. It beamed back at her. Its light touched everything. It sparkled on the breaking waves and the coral creating new reefs. It's glowing down. It glowed in the tides flowing through the towering forest and illuminate the giants rising from the deep. Now everybody and everything in the sea can see the light. And it shone upon Pearl.
Wow, that was such a great book. That was amazing. Did you see what happened? Pearl wanted a big job, and her mom gave her a job. She said, this is your piece of sand. You need to watch over it and take care of it. And she was like, that's not a big job. But her mom was trying to teach her something. She was trying to teach her that every job is important. Even if you think it's little and small, it can turn into a really big, great job. And it did. She took care of that piece of sand, and it grew bigger and bigger and bigger and shone on everything. And that was really, really special. And now Pearl understands that even little jobs are important jobs. And I hope you'll remember that, because, sometimes you may want to do things like bigger kids do, and you think that it's more important. But Mom says, well, I want you to take care of this. Like she might say, I just want you to clean your room. But you're like, it's just my room. It's not that big of a deal. But it is a big deal, because if you can show Mom that you can be trusted to clean your room, then she can trust you to do something bigger. No matter how small you are or how little the job, it's very important. And you need to remember that and learn that just like Pearl did. Evelyn, this was a really good book. Thank you for bringing it to Miss Dorothy to read to you and our friends. And remember, everybody can send Miss Dorothy a book. You can bring it to me at school, or you can write me a letter and I'll go to get it from the library. However you want to let me know what your favorite book is, you tell me what it is. I'll find it and I'll read it to you, just like we read it to Evelyn tonight. And I hope you'll remember that, and I hope you'll remember something very important that you need to do every day, whether you're doing a little job or a big job. What is that? Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye!
Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.